Before Ghislaine Maxwell, we had a chick named Heidi Fleiss.
Not in this generation, not in any generation, will there ever be another madam like me. It's not going to happen. No one will be 25 years old, living above the Beverly Hills Hotel, buying their home from Michael Douglas, sending girls all over the world, living that life. It's just never going to happen again.
Michael Douglas. And you talk about sending girls all over the world. That sounds like trafficking.
Time Magazine, Newsweek, the richest people of the world or whatever, probably have done business with me. These are people that can change the economy of a country. People who run the world. I'm not some like internet madam or something. When I was a little girl, I ran a babysitting business, and that, I think, had a lot to do with, believe it or not, later on with the sex business, because...
Wow. She started off in this babysitting shit. She's like, I wonder if I could start trafficking. Wow.
I was probably 13, had 10, 12 girls working for me. I wasn't available, say, on a Friday night, so I would call a friend to go babysit the kid, and I would take some money for it. So I did start kind of at a young age. It was all about the money.
All about the Benjamins, babe. Yeah, it's all about the Benjamins, babe. Yeah, it's all about what you want to do. Want to be ballers, shot callers, traffickers. Man, fuck P. Diddy.
The woman many call Madam to the Stars was busted by a multi-agency task force.
People do live vicariously through that world because it was fun. And I don't blame them. It was great.
My God, man, you should see this woman, dog. This bitch is actually smiling like, oh my God, it was fun. It was great. I'm talking about like she loves this shit. Nigga, she loves this shit. Look up Heidi Fleiss.
Bought a beautiful home. I drove Ferraris. I had the best of everything. I made it so any girl who pulled up to my house looked at it and went, oh my God, whatever she is doing, I want to do it because I want all this. These are very attractive women, very smart women who are looking to meet wealthy men anyways. The most beautiful women on earth.
Bam, she said it's like, you want to be a thought anyway. You want to be a thought anyway.
Their husbands would call me.
Fleiss, who faces federal charges of income tax evasion and money laundering, also faces drug and pandering charges on the state level.
When I got in trouble, yeah, I could have sunk a ship. I could have brought a lot of people down. But a sex scandal can ruin a company or ruin a political career. A sex scandal can be the death sentence. The clients that I had, I don't think they ever worried. If I did some tell-all book, which every criminal seems to do, and even people who are not criminals do, I probably could change my financial situation immediately, but it's not me. This is Tom and Heidi.
I'm real proud to be here, and I'm proud to be here with my girlfriend.
Tom Sizemore and I had a wonderful relationship, but the drugs got out of control, and we made a mess of it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
She said we made a mess of it. Now, other interviews, that nigga used to beat the shit out this bitch. He used to treat her like Mike Tyson did Robin Gibbons.
I need a rich boyfriend or girlfriend. I don't care what they are, male or female, they just have to be rich. I can't date anyone poor. I have enough problems of my own. I should have studied and been a scientist. By being a madam, it didn't give me skills forever. I was forced out of business and I didn't have, what am I going to do, apply for a job somewhere? I decided I'm going to move to Temecula and grow medical marijuana legally with these two lesbians I had met in prison.
Man, nigga, I just had to laugh. I just had to get that out the way.
good friend Dennis Hoff of HBO's Cat House, who I love dearly, does happen to own 50% of all the legal brothels in the United States of America.
All right. The nigga that made the Cat House, I know y'all probably seen that shit before back in the day on HBO. The motherfucker got the brothel. This motherfucker, she just said that this nigga got 50% of all the brothels in the United States. God damn.
One of his brothels I'm thinking about running because I'm so broke. There was a dying madam. I'm submissive to bedridden madams. A dying madam's last words were, "Heidi, you take care of my birds." And I said, "No," and she dropped dead. And here I am now. Jeez.
Crazy girl?
The truth about Heidi, I'm not a nice person. I have a terrible reputation, probably most of it well-deserved. I don't know why people think I'm a celebrity. I was just arrested and put on TV. I'll always be the Hollywood madam.
I'll always be the Hollywood madam. Ah!
You absolutely were totally consensual, which makes it so different. But people were obsessed, and still are, with your little black book. And to this day, you famously refuse to name your clients no matter how much money is thrown at you. Why was it easy for you to kind of be the Hollywood madam, but you won't break your silence? I think that's so fascinating. Tell me about your loyalty there.
It's just, look at it. Everybody knew, we all knew what we were doing, and just because, that day, I knew that guy, the undercover cop that arrested me. It was my fault. I was high and I clouded my judgment. I sunk my own ship. Why should I destroy everyone else? I had a great relationship with the people. I dealt with the wealthiest people in the world. For Christmas, I would get gifts like, one client paid me as a gift $10,000 in $500 bills.
Oh my
things
God.
like
Heidi. Oh my God. All right, so let me pick us back up on our timeline. It's 1993. Your life is really starting to change. You have an arrest, and the trials are very OJ levels big, right? There was the famous Charlie Sheen testimony, then the prison sentence in 96. And I want our audience to know this was not like a Lori Loughlin prison, right? This was like a real 20-month in prison, serious time. How do you remember that time? Take me back there. What was that like?
it was 36 months, and I did start off camps that where Felicity Huffman was. I started there, but I ended up across the street at this hardcore women's penitentiary where women will die there.
And I want our audience to know this was not like a Lori Loughlin prison, right? This was like a real 20-month in prison, serious time. How do you remember that time? Take me back. What was that like?
It was, of course, looking back, it was easy. It was no problem. It was fun. It's over. But it was not. I mean, there were times when, I've never been so terrified. I thought I was going to have to kill some girl on a weight pile and spend the rest of my life there. It was really hard.
Did you use your smarts to sort of figure out where you went in prison to kind of figure out how to survive?
Well, I didn't look around and think I could be pimping out my roommates.
What do you think about the Playboy spread with Lindsay Lohan? Is it brilliant or desperate?
She's beautiful. I think it's brilliant. And who knows, when you need money, you need money. Maybe she needs this money to get on the right track. She's hot. She would have made a great hooker. I could have made millions off her. Millions. I think Lindsay's so hot, I can make big money off her.
Wait. Time out. You heard it here on Showbiz Tonight. Heidi Fleiss says she could make millions off of Lindsay Lohan being a hooker.
For Heidi, he was perfect. Sometime in 1988, in the midst of her drug abuse, 22-year-old Heidi met Madam Alex, the reigning Hollywood madam of the 70s and 80s. LA Times reporter Sean Huber.
Depending on who you talk to, Heidi either was sold to Madam Alex to pay off a $450 gambling debt by Yvonne Naj. That's what Alex says. And Heidi says that Yvonne introduced her to Alex, and Alex wanted to turn her out, but that Heidi wouldn't do it. She was too proud. Yvonne says that he met Heidi, went to Alex and said, well, I've got this new girlfriend.
I'm very fond of her and she's great. And she says, oh really, what's her name? I said, Heidi Fleiss. She said, well, I got a surprise for you. She works for me.
Alex had one reason to accommodate her clients, especially good ones: money. Former prostitute Norma Jean Almodovar.
In the 80s, you had the Arabs that were coming here. I mean, this town was filled with the oil money, and the oil money flowed from the Arabs to the call girls, to the madams. They were making arrangements to send some women over to Saudi Arabia, I believe.
In that time, Heidi would make her move. After her arrest for pandering, Alex had to decide what to do with her single most valuable possession, her little black book with the names of her clients. No matter how Heidi got her hands on the black book, the names, numbers, and sexual desires found inside put her in business.
Alex had some friends, a lot of friends on the police department, whether Beverly Hills or Los Angeles, and she asked one of them, Detective Sammy Lee, if they would go after Heidi to get even with her for stealing Madame Alex's book. And that was what precipitated the whole event.
Hollywood, and prostitution, and Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
You know, big parties, and Peter Sellers' daughter, and they kept shaking their head because literally every sentence I said had the name of some person that everybody knew.
The mere mention of Heidi's customer list soon had Hollywood abuzz.
And the financial records had checks, personal checks. They had subpoenaed all of her financial records and all the financial records of people that were suspected to be her Johns, and so they eventually ended up offering immunity to several of the guys that had the least to lose, getting them to testify against Heidi.
She's best known for doing time after her high-class Hollywood prostitution ring was shut down. But now she's on HP opening up about lesbians, pot, dildos, and scandals. That's right, it's my pal, Heidi Fleiss.
Any advice for scandals or anyone who's going to be in a scandal?
I think if you're involved in a scandal, you should definitely try and avoid prison. That would be my first suggestion. And girls, if a guy comes in your hair, just leave it. And they say, here, want a towel? I say, no, I'm okay.
Do you think OJ's scandal took the limelight away from your scandal?
Are you kidding? He cut off his wife's head. How can you compare that?
Roll now, roll another motherfucking blunt now, pour another cup up. Baby, tell me what's up, baby, look up. Do you wanna do more than kiss and touch? Yeah, blow now, roll another motherfucking blunt now, pour another cup up. Baby, tell me what's up, baby, look up. Do you wanna do more than kiss and touch?